And in the aftermath of the harrowing events of October 7th, Jewish National Fund USA has spearheaded a comprehensive effort to support and rebuild communities grappling with the impacts of violence and trauma. Through the organization's flagship Building Together vision, JNF USA has forged powerful partnerships to rebuild the communities that were most affected. Joining us now in the studio is Russell Robinson, CEO of Jewish National Fund USA. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So walk us through the genesis of the Building Together vision. What motivated JNF USA to start this program and to provide such comprehensive trauma support?
So for us, October 6th, we knew these people before. This is a community and communities in the Negev. We have been part of our Blueprint Negev campaign of bringing 500,000 people to the Negev for the past 25 years. So over 2 decades, the people in Otef Israel are people who we have worked with. We helped grow the communities of Shar HaNegev, of Eshkol, of Sderot. October 7th, this was not just happened to people, this happened to our family. So within 24 and 48 hours, we had been moving 30,000 people to different locations, as well as other people had done throughout Israel. But within a week, we believe in tomorrow, and we believe in those people. So we started building a plan, build together. Not our plan, a plan for the people of Otef Israel, a plan to bring them back home. We took a lot of criticism, but I have to tell you, that plan that we started a week after the war, already 30,000 people are coming back home.
Amazing.
It's an incredible initiative. And, you know, the initial focus was on communities in southern Israel, but you have plans also to expand northward. So, I mean, what challenges do you anticipate in addressing sort of the unique needs of northern communities that are also impacted by what's going on?
So I'm spending the next 2 days up north, and you're exactly right. We're building a plan called Reimagine. Now, why? Because you're going to have to reimagine the North. First, it hasn't had it on October 7th. So there's a lack of that major trauma. Has the war began? When is it going to end? You have people from the Kiryat Shmona area, over 100,000 people, spread throughout Israel. And not knowing whether next year, next September, October, their kids are going to be going to school in their home school or some other school somewhere else. But to do that, you also have an issue of what is the imagination for the North? Now, we've been working as part of our Go North campaign to bring 300,000 people. Great initiatives from the Western Galilee to the Eastern, Upper Eastern Galilee. And we are committed through a reimagining, bringing people together. Again, not a Jewish National Fund plan, a plan for the people of the North to not only bring them back home, but to create a new North. Up in the Upper Eastern Galilee, where it's 28,000 people, up in that Kiryat Shmona area. And you should know that that's an area that in 1960 had 39,000 people. So it was only the people that could not leave. Our imagination and our vision is it's going to be a place of 75,000. And we're doing it through culinary schools and high-tech food technology, medical centers. So I'm telling you, in a couple of years, you'll be calling me for a restaurant reservation.
Well, I'd certainly be looking forward to be able to eat up in the North. But, you know, right now, I'd be very curious also to hear your opinion on what's going on back home in the United States. I mean, Mr. Robinson, given the disturbing rise in anti-Semitism, especially what we're seeing on college campuses, what steps is JNF USA going to be taking to combat this hatred and intolerance?
So in combat, you have the initial war that you have to deal with. But then you have to decide, are we going to oy vey? Or are we going to look at what was the causes? And I'm going to tell you that American Jewish organizations, Israel, others, we all are to blame. And we are not going to be able to cure the entire problem with triage today at Columbia University or UCLA. But we have 250,000 teenagers, 250,000 Jewish teenagers that are going to school today in America between 9th and 12th grade. If we sit around and oy vey, 250,000 teenagers are going to face what these people are facing today. And at Jewish National Fund, that's why we put an initiative called Dream Israel, a $7,500 grant for kids to come on long-term programs, 7 weeks or more to Israel. Even at our Alexander Muss High School today, we have 122 teenagers, 16 and 17-year-olds, going to school for a semester abroad. Our summer program is filling out. If you want to get on, they're 8-week programs, or start setting up for next semester abroad, not only from Jewish day school, most of our kids are coming from private and public schools. And 71% of their parents have never been to Israel. We want to help tomorrow. Invest in teenagers today.
So these are all incredible initiatives. And, you know, I want to ask, how can our viewers, those watching us right now, engage with JNF USA and support, you know, the Building Together program and some of these other wonderful initiatives?
First off, they can go onto our website, of course, at jnf.org, of course, we need contributions. We have over 600,000 donors, and part of our campaign is not only the dollars that we raise, but we're looking over the next 10 years to have 1 million donors as voices to Israel. We sell Israel, and we're showing that Israel is the great unifier, not the great divider. And if you want to write to me at ceo@jnf.org, write to me. Be part of our plan. Be part of our Zionist village that we're building in Beersheba on 22 acres of land, a place that people from Barcelona, from Beersheba to Kiryat Shemona to Birmingham, Alabama, will come together for a new conversation, not about right or left, a conversation about diaspora or Israel or religious or not, a conversation about our shared values and our common destiny. Our young people are looking for that flag to be raised, and we're ready to raise it. Help us.
Wonderful. Well, Russell Robinson, thank you so much for joining us on tonight's special program, and happy Independence Day.
Thank you very much. Yom Ha'atzmaut to everyone. And we'll celebrate this year a little different. But let's make a deal. We'll be celebrating next year and for 1,000 years.